and welcome to this next episode in the how-to series. And in this episode I'm going to look at how I can turn this grass field, well, part of it, into silage using, well, basically it'll be 3 steps basically, as opposed to the normal way of turning it into silage by mowing, then tedding, then windrowing, then baling or forage harvesting, and then either wrapping or taking it to a silage clamp or to a drying facility. So in this case we're going to do it in just 2 steps, mowing and taking it to a drying facility, and then of course drying it. So technically 3 steps, but let's get on with it and I'll show you how to do it. So I have already bought the equipment, and if we swing around there you will see it. So the first thing that we bought was the Krona Special Edition Big GM, and we bought it with a PTO connection. So let me show you where we bought that. We got that under mowers, and there we go, the Special Edition Big Krona mod, 353,000 basic, and we went into that, and let's have a look at it in a bit more depth. Well, the basic machine comes as a 449 horsepower beast, but you can put a turbocharger on, and if you're going to be pulling other implements, I would recommend putting the supercharger on, which takes it up to 900 horsepower. That's what we bought there. Right, then the next thing that we bought was the Krona Big Pack. So that is a square baler with a windrower on the front, and that we got from Square Balers down at the bottom there. The one that I decided to buy was the one without the collection at the back, because we're just going to collect that with a auto loader, and it was 218,000. So I didn't say this was going to be cheap, but still, any event. So let's have a quick look at that. So now with this model you can choose different windrow widths. So the RTR 100 has 10.3 meter width, 120 with 12 meters, 160 with 16 meter width, and the 200 with 20 meter width. The required horsepower goes up accordingly. But because the mower mows at, I think, 9.8 meters, something in that area, we're going to just go with the 10.3 meter width, and we're going to buy that. So that is what we bought. The third implement that we bought was the Auto Stack bale collector, I think you would call it, and that comes from Transports, and these of course are all under grassland. So Transport, and there it is, 90,000, and we bought that. It takes 14 bales at a time. That's why I say technically I suppose there'd be more passes, because you would, on a field that size, you would certainly be going to be getting more than 14 bales. Right, so let's get started. So I'll get this all connected up, and we'll just connect this up to that's where the PTO came in. And that is a choice when you, I didn't show you that, so best I go back and just show you that. When you under the mowers and you're under the mod, the other option is rear PTO, no PTO, or with PTO. Of course, if you want to do the method that I'm doing now, you would need it with PTO. Right, so let's get that connected up. Right, and let's get onto the field. So I'm not going to do the whole field, of course. I'm just going to start this off, and then we will just get a couple of bales going and show you the rest of it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold the baler. Then we'll swap over to the tractor and we'll unfold that, or the mower, we'll unfold that. And then we will lower the mower. And then we'll go back to the baler, and then we will lower the baler, which is B in my case, and then we'll turn on the baler. That's ready to go. We'll skip on over to the mower. We've already lowered the mower, and we'll turn on the mower, and we're ready to go. So let's get going. And there we go. So we're mowing and windrowing and collecting at the same time. Now there is going to be, you have to be careful when you're turning the machine, because the mower and the windrower are fairly close together. So this is the biggest drawback of this system. It does take a little bit longer to get around the corners. So if you just take it easy and just maneuver yourself around the corners. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. That's the biggest drawback, is just getting that worked out. But once you're going, and once you get used to keeping it in a straight line, of course, not exactly like I am now, then it's all cool. You can see some of the bales starting to come out there. And of course you just do the whole field like this. I'll do a little bit of this on a bit of a time lapse, just so you can see me struggling around the corners again, and then we'll come back to you and collect the bales. We'll take you on to the next phase. Well, we just about finished mowing one sort of headland, and we will stop it there. And we will hop on over to the baler. We'll turn that off. Then we'll unload the baler. Then we'll just move this to the center. I do suspect that this will most probably struggle with the AI, but let's check that out quickly. Right, let's get that going and see what it does. It's mainly because of the turning of the getting stuck of the actual windrower. You can see it's creating a bit of a train smash there. Sorted itself out. So yeah, I think it may get stuck. It there may have to be some intervention, just getting it around the corners. But it did seem to sort itself out there, and we'll leave it at that for now. Alright, let's get on over to our tractor now, and we'll hook up the bale stacker, and we'll go and pick up some of the bales. Let's get that started here. So I would say that this system's probably only going to work on really nice big fields where you can maneuver that mower around. It's going to be the biggest issue. It's getting that mower around the corners, really. But it's not impossible. It can be done. So we'll get a trailer load of this loaded up, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So of course you could wrap these now and do all that good stuff, but I'm trying to do this in the least amount of steps possible. Right, we've got a full load, so we put that into transport position. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to establish a haystack right here. So to do that, we go into productions, factories, and haystack. There we go. So we've got the haystack. Just put it like that, and we will come and offload the bales into the haystack, and that should work. We're going to find out. Put it into the trigger area. And we're going to unload the bales. Unload here. And there they go. So they load off there nice and easily. Go into our haystack. So it's still plenty of room because this can take 1,000,000 litres. Well, no, it can take 400,000 litres basically. And we've got 85,000 in there now. So, as I mentioned in one of my other how-tos, you can't get directly into here. Actually, you can manage production point. Just go left. There we go. So that was incorrect on the other one, but yeah, you can just get up close to it and manage the production point. So that's a correction on that. And then we can go and produce silage from grass. So grass to silage, activate that. And we'll go and sleep for the night and see what we've got left in there. Right, so we are at just after midday of the next day, and we can automatically see that things have been working because we have silage textures in here. So we do have our silage. Let's have a look and see. We still got some grass left. So fantastic. Well, there we go. Silage in 3. 1. Mow, windrow and bale. 2. Collect the bales from the field and deliver to your haystack. 3. Set your haystack to produce silage from grass. And that's it. Silage in 3. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.